Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another exciting head-scratching episode of Insane Disappearances. I got a really good, crazy case for you today. This one is about something that happened to a 49-year-old man no more than a couple of weeks ago, which was February 7th to be exact. It was weird because he was skiing on a mountain called Whiteface Mountain in upstate New York. Okay, and all of a sudden, poof, he vanishes and ends up almost 3,000 miles away in Sacramento, California, with no memory of what happened to him, and he was dazed and confused. Okay, this is 6 days later. Okay, first of all, the man's name is Constantinos Danny Filippidis. Okay, he's 49 years old. He's a father of two and a husband, and he is a 28-year veteran of the firefighters. Okay, now he was on Whiteface Mountain with a group of people who were also firefighters. And they said, I think that Whiteface Mountain is the 5th to 10th largest mountain in New York. So I guess that would be the reason why he wanted to, traverse that, that distance, from top to bottom or whatever, But this case is just straight up weird because none of it makes any sense. It's just like that other guy who I was trying to look up, but my dog on YouTube is down right now because I switched phones. And now it's telling me I got to fix my cookie, so I can't look at my videos right now. So I'm pissed off. But I talked about this guy before, and he was on the ledge or the very tip of a caldera. Okay, and the footprints show that he walked up to the very tip of this darn volcano, and obviously fell in. Now there was nothing but water in that volcano because obviously it was dead. But they say he fell in and he drowned. Yet he ended up thousands of miles away in another state, and he was found and he was alive. Okay, so that's the weird part. Now I did get a comment from someone saying that it's too bad they never found that man who disappeared, off of that volcano. But I had posted a video maybe a couple of days after with an update on him because of what I heard. So if this was an example of the Mandela effect, where people heard that he was never found, yet I heard that he was, then that's what that was, the Mandela effect, because that's what I heard. So if they didn't hear that, maybe it's because they just missed that part. I don't know, but maybe they heard that he was found dead or whatever. I don't know. But anyway, but yeah, this man, 49 years old, like I said, Danny Filippidis, ends up in Sacramento, California, with no memory, no phone, no nothing. Okay? Now, the second video that came out was an update on him, saying that he hitched a ride on an 18-wheeler, and the 18-wheeler basically drove him all the way to California. Now think about this. Something is real fishy about this because Homeland Security got involved in this case for some reason. I don't know why. I mean, FBI is known to be the first ones to get involved, but not Homeland Security. That's okay. I mean, they put in about like 7,000 hours, on trying to find this man because he was missing for 6 days straight. Okay, but think about this. He was on a mountain. Right? He's skiing. Then all of a sudden he disappears while he was on the mountain. So at what point did you hitch a ride with an 18-wheeler in that area? There shouldn't have been no roads in that area where a truck can get by. I ain't talking about Ice Road Truckers, okay, that TV show on the History Channel. I'm just talking about straight up mountain. Never heard of any kind of trucks going into a mountain like that. So where could he have gotten on the truck? Where? And who is this truck driver? Why didn't he call 911 for him, or make sure he was all right. Call the police, whatever. He just took him. Okay, here's another thing. He wasn't just in Sacramento, California. He was at the Sacramento, California airport. Okay? Plus the fact the man had a brand new phone, number one. And he had a fresh haircut. And they went from saying that he had no memory of what happened. He was dazed and confused and staggering, in Sacramento. Obviously, I'm thinking he was on the highway. And then all of a sudden, by the time this second update, the first update came out, they're saying that he told them that he doesn't remember much. He knows that he at some point got some type of head trauma, and he hitched a ride on a truck, and they took him to California. Yet before they said he had no memory at all. Now they're saying that he doesn't remember everything, but he kind of recalls him being skiing on a mountain. Okay, so that right there throws up some red flags. That means something happened to this man that they don't want us to know about. So they're coming up with all these stories about what happened to him. And he's obviously not the one telling them this. They're saying this because they're the ones that got to talk to the media. Now, if he put together a press conference where he could tell the world what happened to him, that's one thing. But when you got Homeland Security and whoever else is involved in this telling the public what happened to this man, why should we believe that? If it's not coming from him and he's not the one telling us on live TV, I'm not going to believe it. Because think about it. When weird shit happens to people in these national parks, mountain ranges, you name it, and they get involved, they don't want you to know about that. For some reason, they don't want us to know that strange things happen on this planet. They'd rather for us to think that these things are happening and not to know. There's a big difference. Thinking and knowing are two different things. People think that these things happen, but they don't really know because it hasn't happened to them. Or nobody has come forward except for the lady who I interviewed for my channel. Okay? Even Stephen Kubacki didn't want to talk about his experience. So, but there's a lot of people out there that have these experiences, but they don't want to talk about it because they're too scared, or they think that they're going to be harassed by the government or whatever because you divulging information they don't want us to know about. Well, I tell you this, my friends. This is a safe place. Okay? Hold on one second. My channel, my friends, is a safe place for all the ones that have all of these strange experiences. That's why I say, if you have one, hit me up with an email with your phone number, and I will contact you. We'll set up an interview where we can talk about your experience, no matter how weird. Because I'm telling you right now, I will believe you because I know these things happen. So if it happened to you, I know you're telling the truth. Okay? So, like I said, this man here on a mountain. Let's go back a little bit and try to piece these things together. He's on a mountain. He's skiing with a bunch of other firefighters. And between wherever he was and where he disappeared, he just vanished. In the middle of him skiing, he just poof, and he disappeared. And he ends up in Sacramento, California. Yet now, when the update comes through, they're saying all these different things, because when I first heard about it, there was not too much to even talk about. All I heard was he's skiing, he gets teleported to Sacramento, California somehow. But now they're trying to say, oh, well, he said that he doesn't remember much, but he kind of remembers him being on a mountain skiing. But yet he ends up with a fresh haircut, a new phone, which he did not even have one when it first happened, number one. Now he's got a fresh haircut. And he's at the airport instead of him being on the side of a road somewhere, like on a highway in Sacramento, California. Who does that? I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, you can't really say anything that is logical about this unless you're saying something like, oh, there was a portal involved, or he got teleported, or maybe he was abducted by aliens and was kept for about 6 days and they dropped him off in Sacramento, California somewhere. Maybe they had to make a pit stop over there somewhere to pick up somebody else. I don't know. You know. But still, I really don't think he had anything to do with that. Seriously, I mean, he didn't hitch no ride with no truck. I don't think so, because one minute they saying, okay, he went from point A to point B, from, you know, New York to California, and in between that he was skiing, but he disappeared from, like, here. Okay, here's, you know, New York. Here's the skiing, and here's Sacramento. So somewhere between this line here, he was just gone, and all of a sudden, poof, he ends up there. So all I can say is this man had a very weird experience. I mean, he was dazed and confused. He couldn't really tell them what really happened. So what did they do? They came up with their own story so that you won't have to be thinking, oh, there's another missing 411 case. He had an experience that no one could ever explain. Maybe it was aliens, or maybe it was a portal. Because that's what we all talk about. And people that just seem to vanish without a trace. I mean, the bad part is not knowing exactly what Earth they went to when they went through a portal. You know? But I know for a fact that if we were to come in contact with our doubles, we would literally merge with them. Because we are the same person. We just live different lives. And we will become, like, say, if you see a guy standing here that looks just like me, and me right here, and we just merge together, we will be of one person, one body. But where would I exist at that point? I wouldn't exist here or there. I'd just be there. I'd be out there, whatever, you know. So I don't know. I just know that's what would happen. You know, I'm not trying to go back to Dr. Emmett Brown's theory about, you know, the catastrophic problems that will happen if we were to meet our future selves or our doubles. But we would merge and become one with each other. We would literally just mesh together into one body or one being, you know. So never touch your double if you ever come across that situation where you get sent to a parallel Earth. Not saying that it would happen, but if it does, stay away from them. Okay, now you'll never get back home, but I'm just saying. But yeah, that's pretty much it on that. There's still not too much to say about that man's case and what happened to him. All I could tell you was that he was found, but it was what happened to him between the mountain range and Sacramento that's the big mystery. You know, they're trying to make it seem like it's something that happens to everybody, where they hitch a ride and here's another thing. They try to say that he traversed 3,000 miles just to get to California. Why would you walk from a ski trip to California on your own accord? That makes no sense. And this is what they're telling the people, the media, the public. Are you out of your fucking mind, man? Really? Seriously? No. We're talking about weird stuff that happens on this planet that they're trying to keep us from knowing about. Yet it's right in front of our face. I'm just saying. We know that there are aliens out there. We know there's UFOs. We know that there's these like other level creatures like Bigfoot, Dogman, Mothman, the Jersey Devil. All of them. And we also know that there's a such thing as dimensional portals that lead to other parallel Earths. Okay? Remember Sliders? I loved that show. It's a very good depiction of how these things work, but still, there is such thing as all that. I can guarantee you that. But yeah, so get away from the logical reasons why this happened to this man, because there's nothing logical about it. I can guarantee you that. They want you to think it's logical, but it's not. If you start believing and realizing that the unknown and the unexplainable is reality, we can solve all these damn cases. I can guarantee you that. And that's what I'm here to do, or to help you do. Okay? I am your mediator. So, you got a question? Ask me. I'll try to answer it to the best of my abilities, just like before. I got a call from one of my viewers the other day. We had a very nice talk. And I hope that I answered some of his questions, because I know he said he's going to be looking for this particular video. You know, I'm sorry that the information is a little lessly detailed than it should have been, but you know, like I said, there isn't too much I can talk about with this guy, because all you know is that the man disappeared from a mountain range and ends up in California within 6 days. Yet he don't even know how the heck he got there in the first place. Yet, by the second time, like I said before, he hitched a ride. Wrong. Didn't happen. So you can believe that if you want, but trust me, you can't trust what these doggone government people are saying. They trying to keep us away from all the real stuff. And they want us to think that the stuff that they want us to believe is the real stuff, or is reality, which it ain't. I'm not going to believe in any reality they want to create. Nope, not me. Sorry, can't do it. But anyway, like I said, that's pretty much it for this one. But I want to leave you guys with a quote, and I want to make sure that I get get a good one here. Let me see. Got quite a few of them here. Just want to make sure I get the right one. Here's one. Okay. One must realize that a destiny given to you by the Creator isn't always holy, religious, or for business. Now, think about it. What other destiny could he have for you that isn't any of those three? Think about it. Like I said, the unknown is a very strange place. Yet, if we understand the unknown and the unexplainable, it will become more visual and more realistic to us. I'm already there, because I know that's what it is. You know, but anyway. Alright guys, that's it for today. I hope that this video blows your mind because of what happened to this young man. Like I said, there's only but so much I could tell you, because there wasn't a lot to be said. I can just theorize what happened to this man. I can tell you right now, it had a lot to do with portals or some type of teleportation done by some other means. Maybe the these like interdimensional beings, you know, that look like the typical Greys, that may have done it. They may have done something to him, which is the reason why he's so dazed and confused. Or maybe he reacted to the how can I put it? The journey through this teleportation. Maybe it missed with his equilibrium. Maybe, I don't know. But anyway, but yeah, that's pretty much it on that. And I will see you guys later once again with another video, and I'll try to make sure it's one of the craziest ones I could ever get, or one of the many. Okay, so but you know how I do it at the end of every video. You know how I do it, right? I start off like this. Okay, the shaka sign, aloha, and I mean aloha nui. All right, mahalo, and ahuyo. Peace out, brothers, and wahine.